So I've done it once again. I've gotten myself another haunted doll. So rewind about a week, maybe 2 weeks, week and a half, somewhere around there. I get a call from psychic medium Sam saying, hey, my friend has this haunted doll. She needs to get rid of it today. Like, do you want to take this doll? So I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what's going on with it? Excuse me. Anyway, she tells me that her and her friend went to this event where they were getting rid of these haunted dolls. They both got some, except Sam's friend was having some issues at home with her doll. So she felt this nice, relaxed, light-hearted connection with the doll. However, her husband was getting tormented by this thing. So I'm like, of course I'm gonna get the doll. But Tanner was not happy. I told him, I was honest, I was like, hey, this doll needs a new home. Husband's being tormented. And I think what got him was the husband being tormented part. You know, I get it. He's, you know, the man of the house. If this doll is tormenting men, then, you know, he would be the target. So I get it. But I needed the doll. I felt like I needed the doll. And when I went to pick it up, I had no idea what it was going to look like. Like, I pictured this, like, really creepy, eerie old doll. And it's, like, the cutest thing. You know, she looks like a ballerina. Can't be mad at that. Oh, she's got a cute necklace, too. Oh, there we go. It's like little ballerina slippers. It's adorable. Excuse me. Anyway, I'm choking. So a lot of things have been going on in the house since I brought the doll home. And I know I've been on journeys before where I bring dolls home and, you know, a little bit of activity happens and then it kind of fades away. This doll, however, it's not stopping, and it's very noticeable activity. So when I first got the doll, Tanner was like, you can't bring this thing home. And I negotiated with him to where if anything happens, I'll get rid of her. But I was like, I don't know if it's haunted. Like, we don't know this yet. We can't assume. So bring her home. Where's my voice going? I bring her home, and it wasn't the first night. I believe it was the second night she was home. Me and Tanner were watching TV on the couch, and there's a plant next to the couch. And he said that in the corner of his eye, he saw the plant, like, something like smacked the plant down. I didn't see it, but he was clearly very freaked out by it. And Tanner is not one to notice paranormal activity, even if it was right in front of his face half the time. So, and he's also very, like, skeptical when it comes to activity. You know, he'll try to first find a way to explain it away, which is great. I try to do that too, but sometimes I want there to be activity, so it might be a little skewed. But he definitely saw this plant move, and immediately he was like, it's the doll. So I was thinking, I was like, oh man, I did just put her away in, like, a suitcase. I was going to be traveling. So she was in the suitcase, and he was like, go get her out, quick, get her out of the suitcase. So I did, and then nothing else happened for the night. So weird. Next thing that happened, well, since day one, since I've had her, or at least for the past week, for sure, I've had the same dream every night. Every night. It's like different settings in a way, but the dream itself is always the same thing, and it's very disturbing. And it's one of those dreams where I feel like I am on an adventure all night. Like, I wake up tired because this dream is so crazy. So every time I'm in a car with people I don't know, but to me in the dream world, they're familiar, I guess, but I don't recognize them. And every time we're in a car and I'm normally in the back seat and the car goes off a bridge or a cliff into water. So the first dream I remember having like this, I was in the car with these people in the back seat. We go off this big bridge and we land in the water, but it was almost like a water ride where like we didn't immediately start sinking. We were kind of floating, and it was this like rapid river. And I panicked and I was like, we gotta get out. I gotta open the door. And they were yelling at me, don't open the door because we're gonna sink. And I opened the door and we sink. So, I mean, every one of these dreams I die. And the thing is, I go through the feeling of like, it's horrible. It's really disturbing. But every night when I have these dreams, it's like I know I'm about to die. I have this overwhelming feeling like this is the end. That like this is probably what people really feel when they're about to die in real life. I really genuinely what was I even saying? That scared me. Why did that go off right now? What a weird time for it to beep. I was talking about I genuinely like feel the feeling of this is it, like I'm about to die, and like feeling that pure fear, and then this feeling of like acceptance, like there's nothing I can do to prevent this death, nothing, I can't even try. And I genuinely feel that in my dream. And if you've felt this before, leave it in the comments, because I don't know if this is like very niche, but it's the worst feeling. It's so like I wake up, my heart's racing, I'm sweating, and then I'm tired all day. It really drains me. I feel like I'm living a whole nother life in these dreams. But anyway, these dreams started when I brought her home, and I've been having them every night. I had another one last night. So, and usually there's a graveyard involved. I remember that at least twice, like a very strange, like it almost feels like it's like on an island. Anyway. So I just wanted to introduce you guys to, I don't know her name. So I haven't messed with her at all since, I just heard something talk. I hear the TV out there, but it was right here. It sounded like it was behind me. Are you talking? There was more I was going to tell you too. I'm getting all jumbled up right now. I'm a little worried because this REM pod behind me is going off. But today I went to go do an investigation at a pet cemetery, and right before I left, my dog Kiki started acting so scared. Like I wanted to say bye to her. I always say bye to my dog. If you don't, you're crazy. But I was looking for her to say bye, and I was calling her and I couldn't find her. So I was like, did she run away? Like what? She always comes to me. Like she will always listen to me. So I looking around and she's in Tanner's room with him, like under the desk, scared. And I kind of brushed it off and I left. And Tanner said when I left, she was freaking out, like seeing something. And I bring a lot of haunted stuff around her and she never reacts. I've never seen her react. She's old. She's 13 years old. She can probably barely see as it is. But she was in his room, and she got so freaked out that he like picked her up and he was holding her, and she kept looking in his doorway, and he said that she was like looking up and down, and Tanner wouldn't make this stuff up because he barely believes in this stuff half the time. So Kiki's like looking at something, like seeing something, and she would not calm down. He had to close his bedroom door, and she finally fell asleep for a bit. When I got home, and like I held her and she's good now, but I'm like, what's freaking her out? What is she seeing? What is she seeing that I don't see? I don't know where this all came from. Don't know her backstory. But I know that since she's been in my house, things are getting weird. I don't know. I'm just going to try to communicate with her. Maybe she's not bad. Maybe it's a spirit that just like she wants to talk. Do you want to talk? The girl I got her from also said that she was getting the name Lacey, but we're not 100% sure, and I don't want to jump to conclusions with names. I don't really know where to start with her. Ooh, okay. I'm just going to kind of say out loud everything that I feel or hear just to have it on record, but when I was tuning in, I was just seeing green. I don't know what that means. No idea. Never seen that before, but just like really vivid, like bright green color. I'm going to write down stuff that happens with her too. I feel like this is a full-on investigation, and I just want to see if there's any synchronicities or connections, and I'm going to do this like kind of long term with her because it's the light flickering. It's very interesting how much things have been happening since she's been around. Oh, also, I keep remembering things. Pretty much every night, at least for the last week when I'm having these nightmares, besides the nightmare, like waking up from the nightmare, something's been waking me up out of my sleep. I see like a figure in the room, don't know what it is, feels very uncomfortable. And last night when I went to sleep, I was just dozing off and something like lifted up and dropped on my nightstand. It was loud. Like it sounded like it could have been my phone. And then I couldn't sleep for 3 hours because I was scared. So thank you for that. First of all, I want to introduce myself. My name is Lindsay and welcome to my home. I'm just looking to find out some information about you. If you can tell me who you are, where you came from, what your intentions are, just really anything. We got the REM pod here if you want to get my attention, and I'm going to put on a word device. Okay, the first things popping up off the bat, I never trust it when it first pops up. I feel like, I don't know, it was too fast. It was too fast. But it said salt and it said I was not. I keep wanting to call her Shelly. So Shelly is my other haunted doll's name. I've had her for a long time. I bring her out once in a blue moon, but I like when she stays quiet, when I don't mess with her. So she stays in her own little place in my room. But I keep wanting to call this doll Shelly, and it's not Shelly. Maybe it's Shelly. We don't know. Here. Now you can be on camera. I like your blue eyes. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. The number 4. Okay, I'll write down the number 4. We don't know what that means yet, but we will find out. Number 4. We don't know what that means yet, but number 4. We don't know what that means yet, but number 4. We don't know what that means yet, but can you tell me your name? Is it Lacey? Jamie. Wait, I heard the word Jamie. Was that the chair squeaking? Straight up, I know it sounded like I farted, but I thought I heard something behind me, and I did not fart. Wait, I'm really not messing around. There's like a reflection. I saw 2 light orbs go up my wall. I'm like making sure it wasn't something I was moving. What was that? No, it was 2, like one here, and they went up the wall. That was actually really cool. I don't really see that much. This said don't go.